Hello my dear champions, welcome back to our channel Deeksha Karnataka. Today I'm here to give you all 30-day master plan to cover up the entire syllabus of KCET Maths. Again, good news for all of us is that it's going to be an easy subject altogether, right? It's very easy, and since it is easy, it's going to be high scoring at the same time. All right, we don't have negative marking, we know all that very well, so we're gonna give our 100% to score out of out, if not out of out, at least 50 plus in KCET Maths. And for that, I'm going to give you the plan over here. Whether we talk about the strategy, whether we talk about the 30-day plan, whether we talk about your syllabus understanding as well. So we're going to give you all what we can do right at this point of time to get the results, on the optimal side, on the 40, 45 plus, 50 plus side. Okay. So let's start the session. I know your time is very valuable, very important. So I got to start quickly. So first thing over here, as you can see, is what we're gonna plan in this session. Okay, so content index, if you check, I'm gonna give you chapter wise weightage. We have all known that this is very important. We got to understand the trend of the question that is coming, important topics chapter wise. Okay, I'm gonna give you that as well. Custom strategy for every student means each student is unique in nature. Okay, their preparation is going to be different. So I have created 3 sections. You all will be able to relate to that, and based on that you can get the plan what you can do about your preparation. Next, 30-day master plan comes the high weightage chapters where you can score easily 40 plus out of 60 in mathematics, and common mistakes that you all have to avoid. Okay, so I think this is clear. First thing first, you can see that your weightage of PU1 is of course less. PU1 weightage is less, so higher side will be your sets and relation function. Even trigonometry, sometime 1 or 2 questions comes, but most likely all chapters will have only one questions. As it's visible from here, these are all better PU1 chapters. These are all PU1 chapters. I hope this makes sense to all of you. So low weightage in nature, but since they are easier, it becomes easier, so high scoring for us. And we have seen the trend last year. What happened was there were more questions. So previously 15-16 questions comes, but last year we had close to 20 problems in the KCET paper. So you got to be careful with the PU1 side also, but more or less every chapter has one question from PU1 side. But when you go to PU2, that story changes. In PU2 syllabus, if you find, again you can see 4 marks in matrices, 2 marks in inverse and relation function. Determinant has 5 marks altogether. If you talk about the last year paper and beforehand also, the trend is there. A lot of differences because of the weightage related portions also came to the picture. So question trend has decreased also altogether. Okay, again these are all PU2. You can please cross check. Highest weightage chapter is of course going to be what? Please, there's no guessing work over there. So this is going to be of course your continuity and differentiability. And we have integrals as well, 6 and 6 marks. Of course, probability also we have 4 marks, and we have 3 geometry also 4 marks, vectors also 3 marks. Last year, again if you see the trend over here, 5 questions came, 4 questions came, and likewise. Okay, so this is your chapter wise weightage. I hope it makes sense to all of you for both PU1 and PU2, and the important topics are more or less similar to what we had in PU2 boards examination, right? PU2 board examination. So if you check for relation and function, we have what is important over here. Types of function means in 1-1 on 2 category question can come. ITF, properties of ITF, domain and range are less likely to come over here. They are very easy in nature. So properties of ITF, whether the sum of the inverse 2 functions are going to be complementary, basically complementary ratio part that comes, sin inverse, cos inverse is pi by 2 and those categories, or negative angle result is also there. So you're going to use those at the same time. Okay, so properties of ITF, matrices, operations, transpose, symmetric and skew symmetric have chances of coming in the examination. Determinants are going to be finding determinant. There might be variable involved. You got to find the value from there. And area of triangle and inverse of matrix and the properties of determinant. C and D you check. Again the topics are important here. Definition of continuity and differentiability, parametric form, second order derivative, and logarithmic differentiation at the same time. AOD, all 3 topics, rate of change, increasing, decreasing, and maximum minima. All the 3 are important, and weightage is also there. That's why all 3 questions will come. None of them will be ignored, okay, for sure. Integrals, again very crucial one is what? By parts. There might be a difficult question on by parts. Method of integration, in that we have a substitution method also is there. I think I've written over here. Then we have different formulas also involved. Different integral and their properties questions also keeps coming in the examination, because there are total of 6 questions. So almost all the important topics are taken care of in the same paper, because 6 questions we can expect this year as well. Application of integrals, combination of parabola with lines, or ellipse with line, or circle with line. This combination usually comes. And differential equation, we have LDE, order degree question also is there, even though it's easy, but order degree question also comes where you have to simplify to and get the degree, of course. And variable separable method is also going to be present in the examination. Okay, let's see the other 4 chapters of PU2 syllabus. So here it is, vector algebra and 3D geometry. Good thing about these 2 chapters is direct formula based chapter is there. So if you know the formulas well, if you know how to apply them, that's enough. You can get the score out in those 2 chapters. In linear programming, if you see formulation and the graph based question, they'll give you the graph. They'll ask you to whether identify the inequalities which is missing, or something like find the objective functions maximum or minimum value. So depends upon question to question, but yeah, graph based question they can be given. Don't worry, you don't have to draw the graph. They'll give you the graph. You have to find the answer from the given graph. Okay, what next is that probability, conditional probability and Bayes theorem are the ones that can be asked this year in the KCET. Okay, if you want to level up your rank depending upon which level you are, whether you are at this level today, level 1, level 2 and level 3. What is level 1? Means when you have to understand, don't have to panic right now. Okay, just don't try to learn everything. Let's say somebody who is still at the level 1, not up to that preparation that he can easily score 40 plus marks in KCET, then do not worry, do not try to learn everything, because otherwise you'll mess up big time. Try to master at least 70%, and in that try to cover at least major portions of PU2. Okay, and in PU1 the easier chapters that you have, that that you can solve the questions on, how would you get to know? By using PYQs. Okay, so try to cover up PU2 syllabus. You can score 70%. That becomes how much is that? 42 marks, close to that you can score from there. If you want to, I'll give you again high weightage chapters list as well. From there also you can score 40 plus marks, so I'll let you know that. Don't have to worry about the entire syllabus. Try to figure out the topics involved and that I've given you today, and the PU2 coverage that will give you, of course, higher marks. Level 2, you got to understand there is a gap between your preparation and your KCET rank. Okay, and what is that gap? You know the concept, but you have to convert to solving the problems in 60 seconds. You know the concepts very well. These are the average students, right? We all know the concepts. We are capable of solving a question given time. But do you have time over here, beta? You don't have. You got to solve the question in 60 seconds or less, right? And that can happen only by practice, taking the right set of questions, whether it is PYQs, whether it is your KCET related problems. So those types only we have to practice right now. So try to convert or shift from knowing the concept to solving the concept or based questions. Not only just solving within 60 seconds is also very important. Level 3, these are the people who are prepared as well, means they have the basics clear, they are scoring well, means scoring 30-35 marks, 40 marks clearly in their all the mock tests. Now you have to conquer the peak, try to get 50 plus marks. So from being good to being the best, perfection is in the details, means you got to understand. For example, what is the detail over here? It means I'm going to give that to you, your mock test strategy. This is what you need. Mock test strategy is going to be the key for all of the students who are scoring right now 40 and they want to go to 50 plus, 35 and they want to go to 50 plus. So the right mock test strategy will get you there, because 35 if you're getting means you are good in the preparation, you're able to solve the questions within time frame. So all that is working out for you. Just that you need to have the right mock test plan, you need to practice the right set of questions, and that's all. And if something is missing, try to finish all the 10 years PYQs. Last 10 years PYQs. Okay, this is very, very important. All right guys, next slide, your 30-day master plan. Now your school is not there, now college is not there, so you cannot complain that, sir, I cannot study this much, I cannot study this much. So you need to spend 4 to 5 hours of time in mathematics. It might be the most that I'm asking from all the other subjects, okay, but it's very high rewarding, high scoring in nature. Okay, check here. Total number of chapters is what? Again 14 in PU1 and 13 in PU2. Total become 27. We have close to 30, 31, 32 days left with us. Means we have time. Finished at least, very important, but this is very, very important, at least 2 chapters per day. At least 2 chapters per day in PU1, because PU1 chapters are smaller in nature. You just need to revise them. Okay, so try to finish up 2 chapters of PU1 in one day. For that you can use, to understand the concept revision or to go through the concept, you can use that 1 and 1.5 hours on that day to cover up these 2 chapters concepts. Okay, you can start with the very basics of NCERT, or if you are following any classes, if you've taken the ABHYAS test series, you can take the mock test from there. If you've taken your KCET course, you can again refer the conceptual videos or theory videos given to all of you, because we know that, I hope you know that very well, that if I want to tell you, in our KCET batch, we are covering what we have covered, all 27 chapters chapters. Theory is covered. Is done. Okay, means we're gonna cover up all 27 chapters of P1 and P2 together, and of course we're gonna get all PYQs, detailed solution also, detailed solution, and later you can also attempt PYQ live test. You also have PYQ live test. You also have in KC30 batch. Means not only you get to get the theory of all the chapters, you also get PYQ detailed solution from us. Means I'm gonna solve all the questions for last 10 years. Again, this is for last 10 years, guys. Okay, last 10 years. PYQ solution you're gonna get, PYQ live test you're gonna get. Means you can not only just see the video, but also if you want to check how much you know from the PYQs, you can attempt that as a live test. That feature is also available. So that is going to be over here. Apart from this, you also get mock test. How many you get, sir? 10 mock tests you get in this, and this will be separate. This 10 mock test is part of KC30 batch. If you've taken ABHYAS, test series, in that you're gonna get what? 30 plus mock test. Okay, if you're taking ABHYAS test series, okay, 31st mock test. This price is going to be what? 2499, and this price is what? 999. This is the fee. So I hope this makes clear. This is very, very important for all you to know. If you are serious, if you want to study actually and prepare well for KCET, we have done that last year. We've done that for so many years in Deeksha. So if you are serious, you want to prepare and improve in KCET, this is the price for 2499 for KC30 batch. That is a 30-day online crash course, and this is your ABHYAS test series for 999. You can take the both any of the courses or both the courses right now. The link for that will be provided in the video's description. Okay, so this is clear, bacha, right? So now I was saying that mock test strategy is very, very important. I'm going to cover up all the theories for all the chapters. Later you have to move on to 1.5 hours of PYQ practice for both the chapters. Okay, so if, let it be the only 2 chapters that you're doing. Do not go into other chapters. Try to complete these 2 chapters today only. Means let's say today is what? Let's say 20th of March. I want to cover up all the chapters of these all the topics of these 2 chapters today itself from the PU1. Getting it? This being clear, 1.5 hours of PYQ practice, 1.5 hours of new KCET questions practice, also very important. Not just PYQs, also important to solve new KCET question practice. And in our KC30 batch, you also get DPPs. You can practice those questions of similar category on that kind. Okay, and this is for PU1 strategy. For PU2, everything remains same. Just change this to what? 1 chapter a day. You can cover up PU1 syllabus in 7 days because 2 chapters per day, 7 days over here, and 13 days for PU2. Again, not will require for all the chapters. You can club them, but yeah, maximum 13 days it will take. You can use that. 1 chapter per day in PU2 again remains same. 1.5 hours for the concept clarity, 1.5 hours to PYQ practice, 1.5 hours to KCET question practice. Okay, now for chapters like integration and continuity, you can spend more time. Of course, it might take 6.5 hours or 7 hours also. Okay, so that is going to be there. But for chapters like vector algebra or matrices, it will take less time. Relation and function, it will take less time. So you can club those together. That's basically understanding of every student, right? Relation and function will take less time. Integration will take more time. Okay, ITF will take less time. Your what is that? Continuity will take more time. You can club them together and do it, as a whole. Clear, guys? This was my 30-day master plan for both PU1 and PU2 syllabus, and this was the information about KC30 batch and your ABHYAS test series. Very important. Take it up if you are serious about preparation. Mock test strategy, if you want to ask me, again very, very important. After every mock, extremely crucial. Keep 1 hour without any time missing it for revaluation. You got to reevaluate what you did in the mock test. Okay, if 1 hour is too much, make this 30 minutes. If you feel that first to check 60 questions 1 hour is too much, make it 30 minutes. Okay, no problem. Revaluation time should be there, and in that you should understand what topics you are making mistakes in. Okay, and you got to revise them quickly. You need to work on your time management skills also. This is your general mock test strategy. Means this is how a mock test is written. If you just write a test, it's not done. After writing a test, if I'm a student of KCET examination, I'll write a test first. It will take 60 minutes to solve 60 questions. Yes, you have to solve 60 questions in 60 minutes only. You cannot take more time than that. Okay, try to attempt that. Once that is done, I'll reevaluate. Did I do all the questions in 60 minutes? If yes, 1 thumbs up for me. If not, I have to work on where I lost time. I have to work on those topics, those concepts. And next, because usually we feel that, sir, I got that question right. No, but you got this question right in 5 minutes. You got a question of integration right in 5 minutes. It's wrong. Even if you got it right, it's wrong actually, because you should have got this question in maximum 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, but you got in 5 minutes right. So even you need to practice and revise those concepts furthermore. Okay, so try to understand your time management is working fine or not. If it is not working fine, see which topics is consuming more time. You need to work on that. You need to revise that topic well, solve more questions over there. More practice is required in that particular topic. Is getting in your head? Very, very important, okay? Because usually students feel that I'm getting it wrong, I'll work on those chapters only. No, whatever questions you are taking longer to solve, that also you need to revise and practice on. Getting it? That is my mock test strategy. Next, for PU1, in the first 7 days only try to finish, after the portions are covered, 2 FLTs. What FLT means? Full length, full syllabus test. Next, first 20 days, which is what? 7 days for PU1 and 13 days for PU2. I'll add 2 more days for all of you. Let's make it 22 days. Try to attempt. In that only, try to attempt 4 to 5 mock tests. If 4 is more, try to attempt at least of 3 mock tests in this first 22 days itself. Okay, you can do that, because mock test may be 1 hour longer. Okay, it will not be 2 or 3 hour long mock test. I'm saying only for mathematics, guys. I'm not saying for entire math, physics, chemistry. I'm saying for my subject, at least attempt 4 to 5 mock tests. In 22 days, you can give 4 to 5 hours of mock test. Okay, if not 4 or 5, if it is thinking that it is too much, sir, try to attempt 3 also, but try to attempt mock test. Do not wait for the syllabus to be covered. Try to attempt, see what is the mistake and work on that. Okay, next, for PU1 you can do that, because for PU1 you have not studied for a long time. So first finish 7 chapters of 7 days of PU1 preparation, then you write mock test. But for PU2 you don't have to worry for completing the entire syllabus. Write mock test after 2-3 days itself. Again, I'll repeat, first 7 days focus on PU1. After 7 days, you can start writing your mock test of PU1 syllabus. For PU2 syllabus, you can start writing right away only, because you just finished the PU2 boards. You have the time, you have learned the concepts, you can see where you're making mistakes. Go reverse. I'll solve the mock test, I'll figure out what is the mistake, I want to revise back. Getting my point? Yes. Next, last 10 days, means after this 22 days is over, approximately you'll have last 10 days left. In that time, try to attempt 8+ mock tests, but do not forget to have this pattern. Mock test, reevaluate, revise. Write a mock test, reevaluate and revise. Use this loop, then only you're gonna complete 8 proper mock tests and you will see the improvement in all of you. Okay guys, now let's talk about quickly your high weighted chapters, which will get you 40+ marks. Calculus has 20 questions, means 20 marks over here. This gives you 20 marks. Okay, this will have, of course, everything: limits, continuity, differentiability, integrals, AOD, all of this. Okay, very, very important. Vector 3D, a direct chapter which is formula based completely. Some applications you got to do that by practicing question only, but you can score here again 8 marks. If you combine them together, 7 to 8 marks over here. In algebra, if you talk about matrices, determinant, relation and function, so questions over here, set theory becomes 12 to 13 questions. If I take 12 only, 12 plus 8 is 20, 20 plus 20 is 40 marks, sir. Okay, so 40 marks can be scored from these 3 units itself directly. Getting my point? Okay, now the mistakes that you all make. First one, not solving enough PYQs. You feel, sir, PYQs have solved so many times, sir, but still it's very, very important to go through the PYQs once again. The questions will be of similar kind, if not the same. If not all the questions, at least 40-50% of the questions will be of similar kind, bacha. So solving PYQs are very, very important. Not giving priority and missing out on timed practice. We all practice, sir, but we're not practicing 30 questions in 1 hour, 30 questions in 45 minutes. Try to build that habit of practicing under the time constraints. Okay, number of questions in this much of time, write it down on the first page of the paper you're solving. I'm going to solve 30 questions in 45 minutes today. Next time, 30 questions in 35 minutes today, 30 questions in 25 minutes today. Like that you can practice. Okay, try to do that. Not maintaining error book. After every mock test, you should know what mistakes you made, what topics are there. So maintain an error book. It can be an online thing, means online docs. It can be a textbook also. You can write there, I am making this mistake, I am slow in this particular topic. You got to work on that. So maintain an error book. Next, stuck in the loop of doing revision only for the concepts. We do that. I have also done that. I just revise my concepts. I will not practice my questions. In that regard, half my marks are already gone. Okay. Next, blind tukka. We know that, sir. There is no negative marking in KCET. I'll just take any options. Even if you're taking tukka, it should be an informed tukka. Okay, means you should know, okay, why this question is not likely. If you all want me to make a session on tukka strategy for mathematics, let me know. I'll make one session for all of you. In the comment section, you have to tell me, sir, make a session for how to apply a tukka in mathematics. Okay, next. lack of structured plan to cover up high weightage and low weightage chapter. Means yes, we have 30 days, we're going to revise everything, but I'll give equal importance to everything. Why? If a chapter is giving you 6 marks and a chapter is giving you 1 mark, will you give equal importance? That's unfair to a chapter which is giving 6 marks. If a chapter is giving 6 marks to you, you have to give more time over there. If a chapter is giving 1 mark to you, you have to give less time over there. So you do not give equal importance and equal time to all the chapters. Understand the structure of high weightage and low weightage chapters. Okay, and do not refer too many resources. Try to stuck to one of the topics, whether it is NCERT, whatever resources you're following. Try to stick to one of them. Okay, if you're following us, just stick to our resources, our notes. That'll be sufficient. Okay. Next, that's all. So I have given all the information that you need to prepare for next 30 days. And again, understand, as I said in the beginning itself, every student is unique in nature. Every child is unique in nature. So you might have some curiosity, you might have some questions. You can put them in the comment section. I will answer to each and every one of them. Okay, so let me know your questions in the comment section. Let me know your queries, your doubts, your disturbing elements that is causing the troubles in the preparation. In the comment section, I'll reply to that. Okay, I wish you all the best and see you in the classes. All the best. Take care. Bye bye.